Hello guys and welcome to the new video. In last video we set it up to our environment and imported the packages, then we launched a browser and used WebDriver for directing a special route. And today we're going to learn how to access HTML elements on the browser and how to attract with them. First of all, if we want to attract with HTML elements on a website, we can use XPATH value. So, what is XPATH? XPath expression can be used to search through an XML document and extract information from any part of the document, such as an element or attribute. But how we find the XPath of elements? Let me show you. First, come to the A browser page and right-click, then go to the Inspect. Click this and select an element. Come above on this element and right-click. Then click the Copy, and you can see Copy XPath or Copy Full XPath. We will use Copy XPath. Okay, let's see our function and get started. In function login to account, we called browser, email, username, and password parameters. We defined a variable as named wait to keep browser open while we log in. Login button variable takes the XPath of the login button on the Twitter page. Here, you can see which button I talk about. And when we click this button, it pops up a new div that includes login form. On this new div, we need to input our username phone number or email address. We will use email address on this form. As you can see, there is a button named Next, so I am thinking loud. I need to assign a variable. It can be named username email or first username whatever. And this variable gonna store the XPath of this form. After that, I need to move forward to input my username on Twitter and my password. If I want to move, I need to click some buttons. Yes, I need to click some buttons as next button. So we need to assign a new variable named next button that will store the XPath of this exact button. Okay, let's see what we do. We have assigned login button variable and used ec.elementClickable method and give the XPath of the login button that will direct us to login pop-up. And just say login button. Click then. We have first username variable, and you know what is mean. We use the EC, presence of element located, and gave the XPath again. This time, we will say first username. Send keys email. It is mean. I want you to use information that's stored in an email parameter. And we have next button variable. It does same thing as login button. Now we have an try except block. I used it because sometimes Twitter does not ask additional Twitter username. If we faced a situation like this, I want to handle it. If they wants me to input the second username, it's mean my Twitter username. I'll just enter it. So we created a second username variable and give the XPath. And I am saying use the value of the username parameter. And of course, we have a next button too. And if they don't want the second username from me, it is just say no need. Second username directing the password page. It is done. Now we just need enter our password and boom. Here we got a password variable. We did same thing. Couple more times. And I am saying use the user password as source. And the last thing we're going to do is just clicking the login button. In the main function, I called the our login to account function and give the required parameter and creating an input section. Because if I don't give this, the browser will close immediately. When scripts ends, the browser closes himself. Let's run the program and see what we got.